Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul, and today we are battling some spider mites and some scale insects. I noticed a couple of days ago that this lemon lace elderberry that was really starting to look pretty nice after receiving its maybe second pruning, definitely first pruning. Um, I brought it inside for the winter and left it upstairs, and it was still growing very well. And then I noticed that it started to yellow up and get little speckles on the leaves, which is usually indicative of a spider mite infestation. So it had a ton of webbing on these delicate leaves, and then it also has these like black egg looking things going up and down a lot of these branches. So my phone isn't always the best at getting in and focusing in on the finer things, but I'll try to get a shot to show you what the spider mite webbing looks like. It's basically like the tightest, smallest spider web you've ever seen with these tiny little orange specks in it. And they wreak havoc very quickly. So, and I was just getting ready to set up this video, and Laura noticed that on my lemon tree I have scale insects under some of the leaves. So I treated them both with this solution of all natural dish soap, just a quick little squirt, and some tea tree oil. Now I have a whole bunch of different essential oils, and I've heard, different ones working. So I just grabbed the one closest to me, happened to be tea tree oil. I've also used lavender oil, rosemary oil, neem oil. They all seem to do a decent job, but these things go like dormant in the soil, and before you know it, your tree is under attack. So we're going to give them one more treatment, and then I want to wipe all of the eggs and potential, black egg sacs, or maybe it's even a second type of insect off, and we're going to give it a pruning. Pretty much defoliating, but it's got some nice healthy buds that are just starting, so I think it will be able to recover nicely. So lemon lace elderberry and lemon tree, attack of the killer insects. So that's what's coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. Okay, so coming in closely, you could see the color of the leaves, how terrible that is. And that's when you know you're already a little late. So if you could see, we won't be able to get too much of a focus, but if you notice where my hand is, there's that really, really fine white looking stuff between the leaves. That is the spider mites. Disgusting. They are the worst and gross. But, this thing was looking pretty rad. See, we're getting some nice new buds down low. So my spray solution did not negatively affect any of these buds, I don't believe, but it did further kill these leaves. So we're going to get those pruned off. Let's take a look at the lemon tree really quickly, and then we will come back to pruning this bad boy. All right, so over here we have my lemon tree, and it's a total random planting. So I love the lemons and citrus and terracotta because it's pretty much what you see all over Italy. And they had the most incredible lemon trees. The Bulbuli Garden specifically in Florence was remarkable. So anyways, this is one of the few lemon trees that survived the insect attack this past spring. Early spring, I believe, yeah. And it had some sappiness on its leaves, so typically you go to the next one above it and you flip, and look, right along the spine of that leaf, you got all those scale insects. And I've had issues with those on these date palm trees that I grew from seed. So I'm going to give it one more spraying, and then I'm just going to take a damp paper towel and wipe the scale insects off of there. This way, if there are any survivors, I'm physically removing them as well. Doesn't seem to be on any of the branches, which is good. If they start coating your branches, oh, yeah, there are. Okay. So I'm going to give this thing a wipe down, and then we'll get back to our lemon lace elderberry. All right, so that citrus was a little worse than I thought. But the good thing about the citrus leaves is they're pretty durable. So like they could take this spray and a wipe down and they won't even discolor, where this is, like I said, it's really delicate leaf. So yeah, they do not recover as well. Oh my gosh. It's pretty much everywhere. So why don't I prune off the nasty stuff? Get a garbage bag. So I think I killed them all. This summer, I pruned up blue jacaranda with Spidermites. And I was wondering why my freaking face was getting so itchy. And one of my subscribers said that they jump ship, so to speak. So this time I did my best to kill them all. All right, so I got some nice budding down here. This divide's a little high, so I'll just come on down here and boom. I don't know about this branch, if it's got any life. That might be dead. Yep, it is. I don't really know what to expect with this plant. It was like a giveaway at a nursery, you know, to I was friends with one of the employees. And it was pretty much grab everything you can carry, and that was like their big perk to being an employee there. Of course, I invited myself, and the lady who was managing the event said, "Sir, you're not supposed to be here." But I got some like great raspberries, blackberries, a few other things other than these. So I also spray the soil, which I'm going to do again here after I'm done pulling this stuff off. Alright, let's see if I can get you a close-up of some of these black bugs. Egg sacs. It's totally disgusting. Let's see. See all those? Gross. So along with the webbing, apparently, up and down the stalks, you could... I'm just going to assume they're egg sacs, unless one of my broskies out there knows for sure. Like I had a double infestation. Then please do me a favor and let me know. Okay. This one has some really strong buds. Let's get the rest of this out of here. Normally with these like little greens, clovers, or whatever are coming up, I would feed them to my chickens, but since there is an issue with insects, I'm just like getting it in this bag and closing it up as quickly as possible, and I'll get it right to the trash outside. So if there's anything remaining, egg sacs and such, or dormant ones, they will freeze tonight. This thing is in this pot because I found this pot on the side of the street and I needed a place to put it. So I figured, hey, who knows if it'll even make a good bonsai. Maybe I'll grow it into more of a Japanese garden tree size, or just grow it really large. So that's why I put it in this pot. And I like what it's been doing. It seems very healthy. You know, it never went dormant inside. It just kind of chilled with its current foliage and had a bunch of different buds, like almost ready to pop in if I defoliated. So I'm thinking, you know, I was thinking about doing this before it got infested. So even though it's not like the most ideal time of year to be doing prunings, I would rather do the pruning and save the tree potentially than, you know, just have it look all nasty and nappy and not do a proper job getting rid of these mites. Okay. So, just going to give it one more spray down. And then I'm going to wipe it down. This is just a damp paper towel. I didn't add any more of the solution to it. I'm not like squeezing the branch as I'm going up. I'm just trying to basically use the friction of the texture of the paper towel to get these black things off without disrupting any new budding. Doing my best. So this seems to be like one of those trees, almost like a hydrangea, where you get a lot of dieback and then a lot of muscular growth, you know, following. And definitely seasonally. I remember in the summer it was like, boom, where'd that come from? They get tall quickly. And it's more of like a softwood. I wouldn't say the branch is hollow like a hydrangea, but you know, it's not like you're cutting into a, you know, a black pine or something. What is your arch nemesis of insects? Leave the comment below. These were my first experience with killer insects, and they are my absolute least favorite thing on the planet. I hate them. I was using a combination of the sprays and then these, I think it was bonide or bromide pesticide granules that you just water into the soil. And it says to do it every 6 weeks, so, you know, you think, oh, even after your last application, when you run out, it's like, oh, well, I got 6 more weeks, and then life gets away from you. And before you know it, you have spider mites and scale insects trying to kill your trees again. Okay. All right. You know what? Just for extra due diligence, I'm going to give it one more spray and spin here. I'm definitely going to wash the hell out of my hands and face after I'm done with this. I'm getting the creepy crawlies messing with this stuff. Okay. Boom. All right, so I think that I'm actually pretty pleased with how this thing looks. It looks like it's going to have some nice branching this year. It's a crisscross trunk, so I believe it's actually 2 trees that are fusing together. And I got a couple of buds coming out down low that they probably won't make it. I won't keep them for the foreseeable future, but for right now, I'll just leave them in hopes that it'll help these trunks thicken up. Is this one dead? Let me just cut that back a little more. A boom boom. All right, y'all, so that's going to do it for today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. Hey, these things happen, but hopefully this helps you out and helps you to recognize early on the signs of an insect infestation. You don't want to delay. You don't want to be like, oh, tomorrow I'll go get some stuff for it, because in one day, spider mites can kill your tree. So I'm Jared Paul, coming at you from the ranch. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. And I love getting all the comments and conversing with y'all. So take care, see you soon, and cheers, y'all.